We want to improve the overall social experience that make socializing in RuneScape much stronger.
In early 2026, Jagex announced their crusade to revive RuneScape's old identity. On this journey, they plan to reintroduce active gameplay and dial back the heavy AFK elements that sent the game straight to a second screen and killed chatting and player events with it. But getting to this point wasn't a sudden thing. It was the result of a massive cultural shift that Jagex accidentally triggered over a decade ago. A shift they completely failed to see coming. The first time Jagex admitted they were leaning towards the second screen experience was during the launch of mobile in 2017. Veterans will remember the game was already a cookie clicker at this point, and had been for quite some time. But if you travel 10 years further back in time, the ecosystem was unrecognizable. You were fighting for resources, spamming in Varrock to buy items, and working together in the new minigames or the skills that came in the years after. Transitioning from that bustling high-tension era to the lonely AFK experience didn't happen overnight. This required a change to the way players interacted with the game. A change in the way they viewed the game. A fundamental rewiring of the community's core identity. The question is, when did that happen? And more importantly, why? What exactly turned this social titan into a game where you play alone? Together.
Well, that's some RuneScape up in 3 words. Goodbye, real life.
If you were one of the players who left RuneScape in 2012 and returned today, Jagex's data suggests the players welcoming you back are the very same ones you said your goodbyes to. But though their usernames and outfits might be familiar, the way they play the game will be far less recognizable. The organic gathering of players, in the old days the game's selling point, has essentially disappeared. Minigames that used to host hundreds of players are now either ghost towns or populated by a few people hiding in a corner, yelling at you for trying to actually play the minigame as intended. The social decay is so staggering that players consistently cry out for Jagex to introduce bots to fill empty slots, simply because the content can no longer gather enough people to function. The famous 99 parties are a thing of the past, with an estimated 67% of the community never attending any party at all, and 17% only attending them if it is to celebrate a truly notable achievement. Even official events promoted by Jagex are lackluster compared to the massive crowds that used to swarm them in the previous years. Now, of course, the social life in RuneScape isn't completely dead. There are plenty of players and clans working hard to keep their communities active and engaged. But no one can deny the massive downfall of social interaction that's been happening over the past decade. For years, Jagex actually leaned into this, purposefully avoiding group-forced content since 2013 due to a new design philosophy that is just now, in 2026, being called into question. It would be very easy to blame the obvious bumps in the road. The removal of the wilderness and free trade in December 2007 severed 19% of the player base, along with the evolution of combat in 2012, the start of a collapse that ultimately cost the game 75% of its players over the following year. Or maybe we've just grown older, and our limited time is better spent progressing our characters instead of chatting at a bank. But RuneScape's retro sibling proves that theory wrong. Old-school RuneScape holds a vibrant community, playing together in massive clans, group Iron Man, and chatting together in the weirdest of places. The game proves that even though the average age hit 22 back in 2019, the players who enjoy RuneScape can still very much be a social community. So why the split? If not for the obvious reasons. What happened that turned RuneScape from the social hub it once was to a game where you'd rather not be bothered by anyone? I believe the answer lies in 2 extremely important changes made between 2009 and 2011. One, a new design philosophy, the other, a single item. Both flew completely under the radar for both the players and Jagex themselves. It's time to talk about the destructive, invisible impact of social skilling and the Completionist cape.
AFK guide, which means you can literally go away from the screen while killing this bot.
If you Google social skilling, you'll find two results. The first is a mountain of academic articles about teaching children to navigate human society. The second is RuneScape. And while they might sound similar, the way RuneScape defines socializing is very different. In 2009, the recently promoted CEO Mark Gerhard, better known as Mod MMG, decided on what would become his legacy, making Jagex and RuneScape significantly more community-oriented. For years, the game had been filled with tension instead of union. A single rock could only be mined by one person, the log of a tree would likely be yoinked by the best woodcutter, and fishing required constant, frantic clicking to maintain competitive XP rates. World hopping to find a free world was the industry standard, but in the evolving gaming landscape of the late 2000s, this competitive back and forth was growing tiresome. Other MMOs were building community hubs where people collaborated, enjoying content together. RuneScape just wasn't there yet. At the same time, Gerhard felt Jagex was akin to this entity that hovered above the players, releasing updates with almost zero interaction beyond the occasional forum post. He wanted to bring the company down to eye level with the community, and in August 2009, Jagex made its first move by launching a video competition in collaboration with RuneScape's most popular skit creator of all time, The Noob Show, building a bridge between the developers and the players. Soon after, we got our first look inside Jagex HQ, and JMods began appearing amongst the players far more frequently. A stronger relationship between the company and its customers was created, one that the community still benefits from today. This longing for a stronger community would also extend to the player base. Jagex didn't just want to stop players from avoiding each other, but they wanted to combat the horde of bots that flooded the popular training spots. The solution was a new design philosophy: social skilling. This was an umbrella term for low-intensity content that allowed players to relax and chat while they played. These methods usually offered the best XP rates or massive profit, giving players zero reason to engage with the older, less social content. The first update branded with this philosophy arrived in September 2009. The Living Rock Caverns. It introduced concentrated gold doors that endless players could mine simultaneously without the fear of somebody hogging all the ore. In the same cave, Jagex added rocktails, the first skilling method that allowed training without requiring a single mouse click for the full 5-minute logout timer, at the same time as making you millions of gold. A single week later, Ivy was released, bringing woodcutting in under the social skilling banner, providing the best XP in the game for minimal input and no resources stolen from you. Suddenly, the competition was gone. There was nobody to fight. You didn't have to click all the time, and critically, you didn't have to pay much attention to the game anymore. On the journey to socializing the game, Jagex did make some moves that felt like an attack against the old ways. In early 2009, the mining meta was drop mining in the quarry. A specific spot still awarded the highest XP in the game despite the recent updates. Just weeks after the introduction of the Living Rock Caverns, one of those rocks was suddenly removed, nerfing the method and forcing players to retreat into the caves to uphold the fastest experience possible.
We didn't kill granite to make people go to the Living Rock Caverns. We knew we always wanted to kill granite. Drop mining, that was a big thing for a while. Like, it's better for me to fill my inventory and drop all the stuff on the floor because I will get faster rates of XP. There's no value in me taking the stuff back to the bank. Granite was never designed to be rinsed in the way that it was. What we realized was that the players were hungry for those kind of rates in the mining skill. And rather than just cut it out of the game, what we said was, let's create some gameplay where those rates or something near those rates is something that the player is able to achieve. And when we add that to the game, then we can change granite. And that's what we did.
Social skilling was a well-intended change, and the majority of players celebrated it. There were exceptions to the philosophy, of course. Dungeoneering in 2010 was a very active skill, but playing it with a group rewarded far more experience than going solo. This philosophy was the new skeleton in RuneScape's identity, but ironically, it marked the beginning of its social downfall. The foundation was set, but the update that would truly turn the game into a crowded loneliness wouldn't arrive until May 2011.
As you probably know, the big cape update happened today.
The new Veterans Cape, Classic Cape, the Cape of Tens, the Completionist Cape, and the Max Cape.
A big thank you to my friend Roger for doing the Completionist Cape emote.
The Completionist Cape was designed to be the ultimate trophy for players who had essentially finished the game, from completing every achievement to maxing out every skill. This cape, along with its even more nitpicky trimmed variant, was largely the brainchild of a single player, Castle Wars, also known as the videomaker Omustardo. He was a massive influence in the RuneScape community, even being featured by Jagex in their first ever livestream. Its existence was a mere sign of recognition, but the real damage came through its features, being the undisputed best-in-slot item for every single combat style. As a hybrid cape, twice the power of a normal skill cape, a quarter more of the max cape. This wasn't just an equipable diploma. It was a requirement. The timing of its release in May 2011 was critical. The Wilderness had finally returned only 3 months prior, and the recent release of Nex made PvM a money-making machine. In staking or PvP, going against any player with a comp cape was a death sentence due to those overwhelming stats. If you wanted to take the game seriously, the cape wasn't a choice. It was your primary target. For a game that had historically prioritized weekly updates the past 10 years, completing all of it suddenly felt like a chore. RuneScape had always been about enjoying the game at your own pace. Do the quests you want to do, kill the boss you want to kill. Now, the cape required to be the best was locked behind hundreds of hours of content you didn't actually enjoy. The gears were in motion, but the social shift in RuneScape was a rusty cog. The developers never even expected players to reach 99 in a single skill. In 2009, Jagex would even make lighthearted jabs at their most dedicated players. If the objective system couldn't find you something to do, it would tell you to go outside. But from the introduction of the Completionist Cape, finishing the game was no longer a sign of madness. It was now expected. As a result, the game became less about the journey and more about the destination. Players wanted to push through content as quickly and effortlessly as possible. Those new and fancy social training methods became the perfect places to click and forget, the kings and queens of AFK skilling. For content that couldn't be AFK'd, the community rallied for faster methods or easier requirements. This search for efficiency also conquered social media. The days of comedy skits turned into an era of guides and progression. The skit makers actually went over to Minecraft instead, becoming some of the biggest YouTubers in the world, some still branded with their RuneScape outfits. The most popular social hubs like Sal's Realm and Tippet took massive hits as their guides and tools couldn't keep up with demand for real-time efficiency. The RuneScape wiki took over the throne, and in the fight for relevancy, every other fan site eventually had to kneel before their new king. Within months, the community was unified by a single soul-destroying goal. They had to finish every piece of content available, just so they could finally start playing the game.
I can't believe it's all over. What do we do now? What do you mean? Now we can finally play the game. Oh yeah.
We were worried a little bit about whether or not that was too much of a move. What we should have been more worried about was that...
The collapse of RuneScape's social life was slow but steady. Players were now AFKing more than they ever had in the past. The focus shifted from having fun to being efficient, ideally while watching movies on the side or playing other games. In hindsight, this outcome seems obvious. From a developer's perspective, if you create a cookie clicker, players will treat it as a cookie clicker. But when this reality finally registered for Jagex, they were taken by complete surprise. The train derailed in 2012. Jagex was releasing the Evolution of Combat, a brand new system designed to solve a problem players had reported as far back as in 2010, that the combat had grown stale. They wanted to bring RuneScape up to speed with its competitors, so they designed a system that relied heavily on active inputs. If players still wanted to AFK, they could use the ability called Momentum as a poor auto-hit alternative. But efficient XP was now locked behind high-intensity gameplay. Player mentality had evolved faster than Jagex could keep up with. The company blurred the lines between their current AFK player base and the fighters of 2007, active, competitive, and engaged. They were listening to the echoes of players who had been phased out the moment social skilling entered the game. The players who ended up facing the Evolution of Combat were those who had spent the previous 3 years growing accustomed to and staying for the ease of AFK skilling. The EOC brought a lot of issues, its lack of AFK alternatives being one of them. But in the summer of 2013, with approximately half the player base gone, Jagex realized their attempt to socialize the game had actually achieved the opposite.
I feel that RS3 was the turning point. The business direction for RuneScape changed from the one that we were given at the start of EOC to the, you know what, we're happy being the game that everyone else plays are like on their second monitor, like while they're like, you know what, we're not going to try and be that AAA MMO anymore, because like if people are playing RuneScape while they're playing WoW, great, we won. Being the best, like more casual focused, or like less, not necessarily more casual, but more like less intensive MMO experience compared to like the other things in the AAA space, like that's fine. Like we can dominate this space and we're gonna do it.
Despite this surrender, it took Jagex another 7 years to identify the Completionist cape as the second assassin of their social murder. By the time they nerfed the cape's stats to now be on par with the max cape, the cookie clicker mindset was already ingrained into the players' minds. After the summer of 2013, Jagex yielded and leaned into this new identity, consistently releasing content that promotes solo or AFK gameplay. According to Mod Jack, who up until 2025 was the game's lead designer, Jagex was merely following the expectations of the modern player. Group-forced content has dwindled, and as per their design philosophy, the perfect RuneScape is one where any content can be played entirely alone.
It's so fun. It is very grindy, but that is what the RuneScape we love.
Social skilling won the battle. In the years following 2013, and especially after the mobile release in 2017, Jagex publicly leaned into the second screen ideology. They adapted the AFK first expectation, producing content that favored low intensity over active training. This shift saw some extreme examples over the years. When safecracking was released in 2018, it more than doubled the previous XP rates to 99, while providing a mostly AFK training method with near zero requirements. A stark contrast to the 2026 changes, where thieving's identity has been carefully balanced between profitability, intensity, and experience. Despite catering to a second screen, Jagex didn't entirely abandon the active player. After all, the game still prides itself on content where it truly shines, like quests and bosses, which have seen a fairly consistent release schedule over the years. The skilling mantra has slowly found its footing, offering new skilling methods where players can choose between active and AFK alternatives, such as Rockertunities or deep-sea fishing. For years, Jagex looked for answers to this cultural shift and landed on the most apparent culprit: the player's age. It's true that as the player base gets older, faster XP is more family-friendly, allowing players with limited time to reach the endgame in a reasonable time frame. Old school, in comparison, remains much slower, which protects that game's unique integrity and attracts a different demographic. I can't help but notice the addition of the Gemstone Crab, being the first content in Old School dedicated solely to AFK gameplay. It makes me think about the famous quote of history repeating itself, but who knows? It took social skilling 3 years to truly manifest into a player habit. What's interesting to me is that the balance Jagex struck with the modern version meant the solution to the issues introduced by the Completionist Cape was simply to make the destination easier to reach, rather than actually improving the journey itself. Jagex is, however, finally working to fix this. As mentioned in the beginning, they announced the Road to Restoration, with the CEO, Mod North, stating he wants to reclaim game integrity, which includes reviving the social aspect of the game and making active content feel worthy of your time. They want to give you a reason to bring RuneScape back to the main screen, but still let you choose to second screen for whenever a new Will Miss It video is released. The Completionist Cape has been stripped of its absolute power. Following a 2019 change, it was dethroned as the undisputed best-in-slot cape and balanced alongside the other skill capes. But the sentimental trauma still remains. The fear of falling behind still haunts the high-level community whenever a new update drops, triggering a frantic regrind just to maintain their fashion choices. A lot has changed since that first mining update in 2009. But as Jagex continues their crusade to revive RuneScape's identity, bringing the players together by reducing MTX-fueled AFK hubs like portables and condensing game worlds, the rubble will be cleared from the foundation of the 2 updates that led us to this point: the birth of social skilling and the Completionist Cape.